Alright, boys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about what it takes to actually get a 10k a month with OFM. So obviously this is a bit more like a beginner friendly video. I won't be talking exactly about like outreach and stuff, but once you actually have a model, you know what you should be doing, and the mistakes that people make. So first of all, the main mistakes that people make, including myself, that I've made before, first of all, is going for any creator instead of being more patient and finding a high quality creator. I feel like literally 99% of beginners do this. Obviously, you know, people want to have a model fast and, you know, try to earn money as fast as possible, but at the same time, it's going to be more worth, you know, possibly spending a few extra days or maybe a week or two doing outreach, or, you know, however you're trying to get a model, um, actually getting a high quality model instead of going for anything you can. Because, you know, even if you send a model for like really fast, she might be low quality, right? And by low quality, I don't mean looks. I just mean, obviously it can be looks, but it can also be she's lazy. Maybe her phone is low quality, like really old, and you don't have a budget to invest into buying her a new phone yet. You know, stuff like that. Like it could be a lot of things. Maybe she doesn't know. She doesn't want to make content because she's lazy. Maybe she's too busy. Could be looks. You know, could be a lot of different things that can make it low quality. Um, Whereas, you know, if you have a high quality model straight away, you know, she's fast, she makes content fast, she's got a good phone, she makes content like, you know, look really good, and obviously it looks also good. All of that stuff is all a plus, and then obviously it just makes your life a lot easier when it comes to actually scaling a model. So I think that's one of the main things, is instead of trying to just go for any model you can, make sure you actually find one that you would say to you seems high quality before you actually start. Now, next thing is spending too much time on things that don't really matter. Once again, I think a lot of people do this where, you know, they spend a lot of time, like way too much time, trying to make a website for the agency, or making logos for the agency, or making an Instagram for the agency, or for outreach, you know, whatever it might be. They spend too much time on these little things that don't really matter. Like, you know, you can have literally one Instagram account without an agency page and DM a model and still get one. Obviously, some models are going to ask, "Oh, what's your agency website or page?" But you know, there's always things you can say to kind of give an excuse for that. And from my experience, most models don't really care as long as you seem like a trustable person and you give them results. They don't really care about, you know, what your agency or stuff looks like. So yeah. Now the main last thing that people do is trying to do everything at once. So what you should be doing instead of trying to do everything at once, like what I mean by this is trying to do, you know, Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, all these things all at once. Instead of doing that, what you should be doing is pick one traffic source at first, master it, then scale it with VAs. Obviously, now that you've mastered it, you now have to teach these VAs to scale it more. And this alone can make you 10k a month. So this is the one thing that I feel like a lot of people don't understand about this business is you don't need to do 100 different things at once by yourself to make 10k a month or 50k a month, whatever. You could literally do just Instagram or just Reddit and, you know, master it, do it yourself, then hire some VAs, teach them, and then scale it with them. And that alone can make you 10k a month. So once you've done that, once you are doing good with traffic, focus on making your channel team good instead of doing new traffic sources. So this is another thing, is a lot of people focus way too much on traffic. Obviously traffic is very important. Without traffic you got to make money. But you know, there's a lot of agencies out there that don't get a lot of traffic, but because their chatting is so good, they can make a lot of money, right? So once you've mastered the traffic source and you're getting somewhat good traffic, and you know you have a team with you, and you're getting consistent subscribers every single day, that's when it's time. Instead of, you know, being like, oh, now let me move on to another traffic source, that's when it's time to actually focus on your chatting and making sure that that's really good, so that the traffic you actually get in is being, you know, used in the best way possible. So yeah. Now, the three best options for traffic sources, for when you actually should be picking one traffic source at first, like I mentioned, is Instagram, Reddit, and then Twitter, like in that list. So, first of all, Instagram, it can take long to see success, but very scalable with many options of content styles and niches. So, the thing with Instagram is obviously, you can have multiple accounts, you can test out different niches. Like one thing I mentioned in a lot of my videos is you should always be testing out different niches, different content styles, stuff like that. If you stick to just one thing, even if you see results with that one thing, it will eventually die down, or you're just not, maxing out the possibilities of that model, right? Like if you're just doing one thing and you got yourself to 20k a month, that doesn't mean that model's reached their limit. You could have tested a different niche, and maybe that other niche can make you another 10k a month, and then another one can make you 5k a month, right? So yeah, Instagram is probably the best just because of how scalable it can be, even though it can take a while to see results because, I think until you have some experience with Instagram, it's going to take some time to figure out what niches work good for a model, what type of content works well for a model, stuff like that. So it can take some time, but overall it is very scalable, and there's literally unlimited options you can really do for a model. So yeah. Next one is Twitter or X. So Twitter is a bit lower quality traffic, but in my opinion, is the easiest option to scale. The way we run Twitter, at least, is the easiest option to scale. It's pretty much automated completely. Takes literally 10 minutes a day, I'd say. And it's just an easy way to get extra subs in general. I wouldn't really look at Twitter as like a main traffic source unless you really truly master it and you can do really good with it. Then obviously Twitter can make you 10k a month, but you'd have to get pretty good at it, understand it quite well to actually see like really good results with it. Now last one is Reddit. So Reddit has high quality subs. You can obviously come across quite a lot of issues like bans quite often. But same as IG, lots of options of subreddits for different niches to test. So once again with Reddit, there's so many subreddits. Like I feel like a lot of people don't actually realize how many subreddits there is. There's literally hundreds of thousands, right? Like for OF. So, no matter what niche you want to do, there's going to be so many subreddits for that niche. Even if it's something very, very specific, like a very specific niche, like a micro niche, there's going to be subreddits for that as well, 100%. So yeah, in my opinion, Reddit and Instagram are the best. I've always said this. Twitter is just sort of like a secondary one that I do, but you can get good at it. But yeah, overall, the main things as a beginner or someone trying to reach 10k a month, what you should be doing, like I said, is just picking one traffic source, master it, scale it with VAs, then focus on your chatting. Once you've got that out of the way, then you can then move on to something else. If you follow that sort of plan in your agency and don't make mistakes and you're not lazy, you will get to 10k a month very easily. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry, I've got my group in the description, my Telegram group, so make sure to join that. Obviously, if you have any questions, you can DM me on Telegram. I'll reply to you faster than if you comment. I don't really check the comments too often. But yeah, see you guys later.